Hello, beautiful people. Let's take a moment to really take a deep breath. So just really take a deep breath through your nose. Really feel it in your chest. And push it out your mouth. Let's do it one more time. Really feel it in your belly and your chest. And just release it. A lot of energy can be stagnant in our bodies if you don't fully breathe. A lot of us are shallow breathing. So you need to take that moment and just really check in with yourself and make sure that you're taking those deep breaths. And checking on yourself. Take a moment today to check in with yourself and make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Whew, it's not a tough one for me being a mom. There's always cleaning to do. And sometimes I just have to take a deep breath and go, I'm only one person, and I have to take care of myself too. So I want to start doing something very fun that I've gotten into over time. Tarot readings are so much fun. So for today, I drew a card, and I want to start doing this in my videos. I drew a card this is supposed to be, it's called the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. This is the very first and the only deck I've ever bought, and apparently it is based upon the original and only authorized edition of the famous 78-card Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I don't know a lot about what that means, I'll be honest with you. I'm still getting into tarot. It's very new to me. Occasionally I will draw cards when I'm really like, help me out, universe, give me some sign or give me something to what I need to do. And it's amazing how correct it really is. So yeah, it comes with a little book, which is cool. So it kind of like tells you what each card means, or sometimes I will just Google it. And Biddy Tarot is what it's called, is where I usually look. I don't know why, I just connect with that page, and I feel like every time I go on there and research it, it just like fits me perfectly. So today I drew the 10 of Wands, and it's the reverse 10 of Wands. I really love these pictures. This is what it looks like normally. So you can see that this guy is just carrying all these sticks, and it looks like he's working really hard. So I don't know about you, but this card fit me very well. So this card means that you are doing too much, and you are feeling all the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you're not asking for help. You're just doing everything on your own. And there are people that can help you. There are people that can take the burden off of you. So you just need to ask for help. You know, for me, that's asking for, my in-laws to watch my kids sometimes. That's just taking a breather, taking care of myself, loving myself. That's what that means for me. You have to be firm in saying no. Have your boundaries. If before you say yes to something, really think about if that's going to benefit you or if that's going to hurt you. Is that going to take too much of your time? Do you have other things that are more important to yourself? Make yourself a priority. For me, that has been a very big struggle. I don't know about you. You probably heard my story if you watched some of my other videos about my parents divorcing when I was younger. So I made this I connected to these thoughts and these ideas that I wasn't good enough. So sometimes with that becomes that I don't take care of myself enough, because it's like I'm not good enough, so I don't deserve to be taken care of. I don't deserve to take care of myself. Some of that also just happens when, I'm just a mom and I'm a healer, so I just try to take care of everybody. And then it gets to where I'm just really drained and I just can't give to anybody else. So that's part of this too. Part of this card is you're giving too much to other people that think about it this way. There's a big fire, and if you don't put your oxygen mask on first, you can't help anybody else, you know? So think of it this way. If you don't take care of yourself first, you're not going to be able to help anybody. You're not going to be a good caretaker to your family, to your kids, to your spouse. You're not going to be able to offer anyone else anything because you're not taking care of yourself. So what else? You may be dealing with emotional trauma. You may have a dark secret or secrets. And you may be dealing with increased responsibility. And like I just said, you need to ask for help. Vent to somebody. I have been doing this card. It's crazy when I read these sometimes. It matches me so perfectly. It's insane. So perfectly. Because I have not been asking for help. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff on my own lately because I feel like I should, it's my burden. It's my stuff to heal through, and I never want to drag somebody else into it. But it's funny because I have a lot of people who reach out to me and ask for help, and I'm always so willing, and there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes I have to be a little bit more guarded with my energy. And that's basically what this card is saying, is you just need to be more guarded and learn some boundaries with saying no sometimes and not feeling guilty about it, because you are number one, you are important. Okay, I think that was all. Oh yeah, this is another one. Oh my gosh, I've been having this overwhelming urge to purge. It actually says that in this card, that something that will help you is to purge, to let go of some stuff. Go through your clothes. Get rid of your clothes. Get rid of, sell furniture that you just have lying around. Sell some stuff. Clean stuff up. It actually will make you feel lighter. So weird. I have clothes from when I was in middle school. It's kind of like a really weird thing for me. When I was younger, I did not feel like I fit in. And I kind of didn't feel like I really knew how to dress. Like, I was, you're going through that awkward stage in like middle school or whenever, high school, middle school, where you kind of are figuring out your style and you're figuring out who you are. And so you kind of dress, kind of goofy and weird. So I have collected clothes, and I have a really hard time getting rid of them because it's like I'm afraid that I won't be able to get more cute clothes, or I don't know, it's this weird thing, but I need to let those go. And so this card is matching me completely perfect because I have been planning on doing this, but I've been taking care, I go through my kids' clothes all the time and get rid of their stuff, but I haven't been going through mine. Anyway, so I wanted to talk a little bit more about healing today too. That definitely is a piece of the healing card here. So hopefully that helps you on your journey. But what I wanted to talk about, I have been diving extremely deep into trauma, and I know I talked about it in my last video, but I wanted to, and maybe some of these things I already said, but I really wanted to hammer these out because there are things that are helping me, and I want to help other people get through this. So, at the basis of everything, each and every one of us are enough. We are love. We are good enough. And a lot of us don't feel that way because of things that we have gone through in our life. Like I've talked about, we are conditioned at a very young age. Between the ages of 5 to 8 is generally when we learn the main things that make us who we are. We're taught and told these things. We are conditioned because of media or school or our parents, whatever we're hearing around us it becomes who we are. It becomes what we think about ourselves. When we come into this planet, we are whole, we are perfect, and these other conditions, these other things are what affects us and what change us. So part of moving into higher consciousness is letting go of those things that we think that we are, realizing that that's not who we are. So some things that I'm learning, I've told my story, like I said in one of my past videos. I dug a little pretty deep into my relationship, and that has been my biggest struggles, is in my love relationships, is because I love my mom dearly, so Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. But my mom was emotionally vacant when I was younger. So, and that is just due to whatever she went through when she was a child. So, because she was emotionally vacant, then I felt that withdrawnness. And so, as I was growing up, I craved that love. It also wasn't just her fault. It was also the fact that my parents were going through a divorce. And so there was a lot of, stuff going on with that. If you've ever been in a divorced family, there's a lot of chaos. That there's a lot going on. So as a child, you kind of sometimes feel almost left out. Like, hey, I'm over here. Pay attention to me. Like, you guys are fighting over me, but here I am. And so that's where my craving and like need for attention and love came from, was that lack that I felt when I was younger. And so realizing that now as an adult and knowing I am loved, and I am good enough. That is a huge piece to healing. So a lot of us are going through this right now. We're healing those old traumas. We're healing those old wounds. So just know that you're not alone. There's a lot of deep shit we're going through. And, you may not see how this is all interconnected to what's going on in the world, but it is all connected. We are all waking up to our true power, to what we are capable of. And honestly, it is a beautiful time in humanity. This is a lot of spiritual workers, a lot of ancient writings talk about this time on the planet. And this is the reason why we're here. This is the reason why we are alive. This is the reason that we are ascending right now, and we are going through this. So time is speeding up right now. So you're being forced to go through this even harder. One of the things that we do as before we come into this existence, this matrix that we're in right now, this earth. If you look at Dolores Cannon books, I love her books. She's amazing. So if you've never read those, she talks about so she was a past life regressionist. She developed a system called QHHT, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Therapy. I think I said that. Quantum Hypnosis Healing Therapy. One of the two. So she did healing through hypnosis. And when she first started this in the 1950s, it was when they were doing it for cigarettes. They were doing it for all sorts of things, like weight loss. So she started, she'd go into these sessions, and people started going into their past lives, started saying all these things. And the thing about it wasn't just one person. She had multiple people who didn't know each other, were from completely different parts of the world or different parts of the US, and they were saying the same things. So she started writing books, and basically she always says she's the reporter. And she just reported what these people were saying to her in these past life regressions. And a lot of what they were saying was how we came here and how the earth started, and how we came here to learn. Earth was supposed to be a place, it was almost supposed to be not like, I've said a vacation before. It's supposed to be a vacation in a way, because if you think about it, when we come here, we get to enjoy this delicious food. In our other forms, we're not necessarily, we don't need to eat necessarily. In our other form, we aren't necessarily making love or having sex or enjoying nature and its beauty. Like, Earth is such a beautiful, magnificent place, and Earth is said to be the hardest place to learn. It's the hardest lesson we go through. So it's amazing that we're here. So realize that. But that is one of the things that she talks about, and she talks about so many other amazing things. So you should really go check out her books. I have connected to so many things. You know how there's just, when you read something or you watch something, you just know inside your gut that it's real. That is a part of being clairvoyant. You just know. Clairvoyant. There's also clairsentient. It's being able to see. There's all sorts of clairs, so go look those up. But yeah, so on this healing journey, I don't even know where the heck I was going with that, but basically we are ascending right now, and we are going through a, very tough time, each and every one of us. And like I said, just know that you're not alone. And like I said, so some of the things that have helped me with my healing right now, I've talked about this in my past videos. This is huge though. Observing your thoughts. When you start to have a moment where you are feeling out of control, realizing that at that moment, you are either living in the past or living in the future. That has been huge to helping me heal lately. Realizing that what I am feeling at this very moment is based off of, generally for me, it's based off of something that happened in my childhood. So the lack of love that I felt. So at this moment, I feel alone. I don't feel loved. Okay, you need to give yourself that love. Give yourself that love. How do you do that? Find your passion. Find what makes you feel whole. Really dig deep to what makes you feel good every single day. What makes you feel good enough about yourself? Okay, whether that's art, or for me that's art. For me that's art, by the way. Whether that's art, whether that's a career of some sort that you want to do, helping other people, like whatever it is, cooking, taking care of children, being a mom, gardening, those are a lot of my things. But finding your deep inner purpose, because we all have one, and we are all capable of pursuing it. We just have to keep doing it, I like that. Pursuing it, keep doing it. It's very important to find your purpose, though. I am finding out. I'm getting all sorts of clues from the universe that is what it is. And I'll be honest, I have not been fully following my purpose lately. I have a lot of excuses why, but it's just about doing it. And I know that's what it's about. So I just want to share that with you. Observing your thoughts. What else? For me, I've just been reading so much, like reading so many books, and here or there I have to take a break. But one of the books that I've been reading has been about trauma, childhood trauma, and it talks about actually like grieving and releasing that pain from when you were a kid, because a lot of our parents told us, or people have told us, you're fine, get over that, it's okay. Like, no, but did you have that moment to release that? Did you have a moment? So like today, I actually had a dialogue with myself, but with my parents, saying the things that I felt were wronged when I was a kid. So saying how you feel, basically. Letting that out in anger, in tears, in whatever way you want. Obviously, you're going to want to maybe do that alone. So sometimes for me, that's hard because I have kids, so I don't really want to start screaming. But also teaching your children this, that they can release that and they're allowed to voice like how they feel. Another thing they talk about in this book was being able to say no when you're a kid. When you're kids, I notice this because my daughter's too. She says no all the time. And allowing her to say no and be okay with her saying no, because what happens is if you stop your children from saying no, we tell them no all the time. Like, no, don't touch that. No, that's why they start saying it. So when you stop them from saying no, it almost takes their power of saying no when they get older. It's crazy the effect that we have on our children. That's how I can forgive my parents so much, is because I realize it's very easy to wound your child. It really is, without doing it purposely. But trying to be more aware is literally all that we can do. And that is what's happening, is we're moving into this higher consciousness. There's a lot of really big things going on with energy right now. We are moving in. December 21st is supposed to be this huge energy alignment. Jupiter and Saturn are going to be the closest that they have been in like 800 years, I think it is. And so it's just don't live in fear of what's going on right now, whatever it is. Honestly, I have not even been paying attention to politics or the virus anymore. Not that, people dying or whatever isn't important, but I choose to focus in different areas. I choose to try to focus on my health and take care of myself, because if I live in fear every day of the fact thinking that I'm going to die, or that my kids are going to get sick, or being in fear of what's going to happen, how these masks are going to affect my kids, them wearing them, if I just focus on that, all it's going to do is put me in this low vibration, and what good is that? That does not do any good for us. So with that, that's all I got for you guys today. Remember to take those deep breaths, like I said. It's so rejuvenating. And, another good thing, exercise. I never really thought of it this way, but exercise helps move the energy through your body. So if you're being stagnant, when you're sitting, when you're being lazy or whatever, energy gets stagnant and it gets stuck inside of you. So I'm about to go jump on my son's trampoline. Well, it's my trampoline, really. My boy's trampoline, and I'm going to release some of that energy, and I'm going to make that a part of my routine every day. I'm saying it here now, so I have to do it, because I am feeling that stagnant energy just getting caught right in my heart and right in my belly. Maybe you can feel that too, and it causes a lot of issues with nausea. And there's also, it's called Schumann's resonance. Go look that up. It's really interesting. It's about the energy that's surrounding Mother Earth. It's basically Mother Earth's energy. We are all one. So we are connected to Mother Earth. Everything that we are going through internally, externally, Mother Earth is going through right now. So Schumann's resonance shows on an actual scientifical graph the energy spikes. And when we go through these energy spikes, it tells you how it will affect your body. So right now, there's a lot of talk about you're going to feel some pressure in your head, sinus pressure, ringing in your ears. Holy crap, I've been experiencing all of this. There can be nausea, stomach problems. We're going through some higher energy right now. We're evolving. We're moving into, I think most of us are in the 4D Earth actually, but that energy is still changing and developing, and we're moving in that, and it's going to affect our bodies. So know that you're not crazy, that your body's going through some stuff, and anyway, I'm sending you guys all the love, all the light. I'm sending it all. So just feel that. I'm sending it through this video. Just take it into your heart. And just know that you are loved, because you are love. We are all connected. We are all in this together. And much love. Peace. See you guys later.